Hello my dear friends, today we will be making essential oil out of rosemary. My friend Jonathan uses this essential oil to fresh up himself every morning, and I'm very eager to get this essential oil and give him for testing, so he will give his feedback on the essential oil which I can produce at home using our Ukrainian steel for essential oil. And besides basic kit which consists of boiler, the column or the top of essential oil distiller with a cooler, and essential oil separator, and of course the sieve, I will be using additional tool which is extension column, which will enable me to make essential oil much faster, because I can put more rosemary into the column. And I liked working with water pump, which pumps 2000 liters per hour, and I found it's quite efficient. And of course I need some bottles to keep my essential oil and to give it to Jonathan. So I'm very eager to start, and let's start! Hello once again. So I will start with filling up the column, and as always I use sheet of paper to make it faster and easier. It smells really nice, and I cannot imagine how the quality and the smell of essential oil will be. So as you know, rosemary is quite hard material, so it will take a little bit longer to make essential oil out of it. So once I fill up the main column, I put a clamp on it, and then I choose the proper side to connect with extension column. So this 3 little sink to put the sieve should be on top. So I put the extension, then I close it with a clamp. And then I continue with filling up the column. So let me change the side. And unfortunately we cannot predict how much essential oil and how much raw material we can put into the column, because each raw material has its density, and of course from the density you can calculate how much raw material you can put into column with or without extension. So as I can see, into the column plus extension I can put almost a kg of rosemary, which means I will do distillation of 1 kg of rosemary in one stroke. There will be no need to refill the column, and I find it really nice and comfortable. So what I have to do now is to press it. It seems it's a little bit too much, so I just take a little bit out. So how I close it, I do like this. Okay, I need to remove a little bit more. So the next extension column which we will be offering to you will be a little bit longer. It means you can sure put 1 kg of rosemary into the column. So the column is closed. I shift a little bit the stove because it will be too high. So keeping the sieve like this, I put it back. I already put some liter or something like this of the water, but I will put more. So now it's like 1.5 liter of water will be which more than enough for making essential oil for one batch. And then I of course close the clamp. It's very easy, as you see. So the system is installed. I put some 1.5 water into the pot. I have stove and I have here the extension column, and together I have put almost 1 kg of rosemary. So I installed the essential oil separator. Now I'm waiting for first drops to come. I have here a pump which pumps water, and it pumps and water comes into the lower part of the cooler. The cold water gets the heat from the vapor which is coming from the column and gets hot out, and hot steam is entering the cooler and gives its heat and gets colder and comes as a liquid from here. This liquid consists of hydrosol and essential oil, and with the help of essential oil separator we will get the essential oil of rosemary on top of the separator. And in this vessel we will get rosemary hydrosol. So let's see what will come. This is really something incredible. The oil separator is not full yet, but you can see how much essential oil we already got here. I really didn't expect that much of essential oil. I thought the lavender will be one of the richest herb for essential oil, but I'm really surprised to see that we will get at least 5 to 7 milliliters of essential oil out of 1 kg of rosemary. And let's wait another 15-20 minutes and we will see what would be the quantity. But I'm really surprised. This is like 10 minutes, like a few minutes, like 2 minutes of dropping, and there are already at least 4 to 5 milliliters of essential oil of rosemary. And it smells really fantastic. Just now I had very useful experience and I want to share it with you. This is first time it happened to me, and I was lucky enough to have extension column. So when I removed the top of the steel and wanted to remove the sieve which is here, I could not press it inside because rosemary during distillation it took more volume, and it really was very full. The column was very full, and I could not manage to press it inside the sieve. So I just opened this clamp and I could remove a little bit of rosemary from here and from here, and I had small restover of fresh rosemary which I wanted to use. So now I have put it, and see, the rosemary has structure which takes the vapor inside and it grows a little bit into the volume. So this happens just because. So if you distill rosemary or anything hard like rosemary, you have, and it's tiny, so it goes very close to each other, these small particles. So when you distill something like this, you have to leave space in case the raw material will will take more volume. And then if you don't have extension column, you will be able to press the sieve inside to open it. And of course, if you have extension column, then there will be no problem even if it happens. So you have to take care of it, of the volume which the raw material will be after distillation. And now I will distill a little bit more of rosemary, which I have rest over, and that's it. So we have got really a huge amount of rosemary essential oil, and I'm very happy with this result. So we were distilling during 30-35 minutes, and we didn't do any refilling, so we put the whole kg of rosemary into the column and extension both. And I was measuring with linol. You can do it with any stick if new essential oil is coming, because in this way I can find out if there is more time needed for distillation. So at one point I see that this level is not raising. That's why I decided to stop distillation. And now we will measure how many milliliters of essential oil we have got. I need that. I use this bottle of 30 milliliters to collect rosemary essential oil. This is 4.5 milliliters. This is 5 milliliters, which makes 9.5 milliliters. This is 3.5, which makes 30 milliliters. This is 2 milliliters, which makes 15 milliliters. One more 16. And we have 2.5, it makes 18.5 milliliters. So we have got 18.5 milliliters of rosemary essential oil, which I believe really good result. So if you have any questions, please ask our manager, and we will be really happy to help you out. Thank you.